Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all voting ages, welcome to the three-ring circus we call the Iowa caucuses. Yes, as you can see, there are dozens of the beasts known as Democratic wannabes. Once an endangered species, now thriving on the plains of the Midwest. It's up to all of you to thin the herd. So who will live to see another day? Will it be the wannabe from Minnesota? Or the wannabe from New Jersey? Or the wannabe from Texas? Or the wannabe from...
God, I hope they pick me. I hope they pick me. I want to be the nominee. I want to be the nominee. God, I hope they pick me. I hope they pick me. Yes, winning Iowa is key, cause if I don't, I will not live to see New Hampshire.
Fucking New Hampshire!
What matters most is Iowa. I bet the farm on Iowa. My fate depends on Iowa. God, let me win this state, this Midwest neighbor state. I've got to win this state!
My name is Peter Paul Montgomery Buttigieg. I was born in South Bend, Indiana, and I just turned this many years old. I did that for Joe's amusement. I'm 38.
I have underwear that's older than you.
Well, with 26 plus Democratic candidates in the state of Iowa over the past year, we've gotten to know them through their stump speeches and their regular song and dance. And a Doris line is basically exploring these characters a little bit more in depth as far as getting to the more personal questions and asking them to talk about their strengths, their weaknesses, their regrets, things that you may not hear in a typical campaign speech.
Well, Pocahontas, that's the name that really galls me. That's the name the orange man calls me. It's offensive, it's offensive. Pocahontas, he tweets and speaks. So to shut him up, I peed in a cup and swabbed both of my cheeks for DNA. Took a fancy genome test. It confirmed what I professed. Mostly Dutch, of course, one part crazy horse. DNA. Put the whole debate to rest. Plugged the dike and minimized the flood. DNA has made my case as clear as mud.
God, I knew that answer.
You won re-election to the Senate in 2018 as an independent. Now in 2020, you're running again for president as a Democrat.
And the point you're trying to make is?
I'm not trying to make any points. I'm just trying to figure out what you really are.
Well, let me tell you. What I really am is pissed. I am principled but pissed. I am passionate but pissed. When I'm needing to be heard, I put volume every word, and I raise and shake my fist. And I never wash my face or comb my hair, but I'm not lazy. See, the image I embrace is old man scientist who's crazy. And this plays well with my bros, for as everybody knows, they're a bit misogynist. They share all of my disgust, for it's Bernie or it's bust. These conditions pre-exist. Oh, I know you're thinking, what a loony narcissist. But I'm just a Jew who's pissed. I'm from Brooklyn and I'm pissed. Brooklyn Jews are always pissed.
When I first had the idea, I think there were maybe about 18 candidates in the race, and then it kept growing and growing. And that just made it all the more fun for me, just trying to identify, first of all, who the candidates would be that would still be in the race by the time we got to the Iowa caucuses, but also then just identifying the personality traits of each candidate and how that fit into a chorus line and a parody of that. And as I was writing it, a lot of it just fell into place naturally because of the chorus line, the parameters that are set up by that show. I wanted to follow that show structure as much as I could and maintain the tone of the various scenes and songs in that. And so as I was looking at it, it was very clear to me that, oh, this song has to be Joe Biden's song. This song has to be Bernie Sanders' song. This song has to be Elizabeth Warren's song.
That's what she said. Love me like you loved Obama. Love me like your Uncle Joe. Love me like I am a beautiful woman. That's how far I'm willing to go.
There was a part of me that said, how far do I want to go on jabbing these characters and these candidates? But as it turned out, I feel like I kind of equally I'm an equally offender. I equally offend all of them in this case. And that's, I think, the beauty of it is that we're trying to get to the human side of these characters and find out their flaws and their weaknesses and their regrets and things that they've said that they wish they hadn't. But yet, I'm trying to show that they are very human and therefore they're open to sharing those stories, but yet, they are still extremely wonderful candidates and people, and ultimately that's kind of where we end up at the end of the show.
One night in February may just hold the nation's fate. When the voting in this state is done, fun. We've got 2020 vision. You got